Karibu sana to another Sanaa kwa Sanaa Sunday session on this 16th day of February 2025 at 7:48 p.m. Kama huna shughuli ya dimba kama wengine wetu na uko hapa in the now, shukran sana kwa kukuwa hapa for another one. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks zimepita. Hizi sessions happen every fortnight. 2 weeks ago nilikuwa nasema vile the next time we are doing a Sunday session itakuwa tumefika the halfway mark ya MWE. Tutakuwa tumefika halfway through the music writer exercise ya 2025, and hiyo time hata tulikuwa tumeget into MWE maybe a day or two, kwa sababu nilikuwa na recap pia, nilikuwa day 2, nilikuwa na recap pia 2nd Feb McKinley's performance at Gecko Cafe akijaribu kuset the trumpet playing marathon record. Na here we are 2 weeks after that day, 2 weeks after that session, na sai imefika day 16 of MWE. We have covered 2 weeks of the music writer exercise. Dommitila Katunge says hi to you as well. Tumefika day 16 na tuko almost kumaliza. One of the areas that mi cover nikiongeleanga the music writer exercise as far as strategy na how to break it down ni day by day, of course, kila siku na kanda yake, kila siku na project yake ile unasikiza, and how that accumulates, and day after day itasonga. Inaweza kuwa difficult, inaweza kuwa trying, inaweza kuwa a strain kukeep your consistency, but a day na album yake unajipata siku zinasonga, a week and a week and a week and a week ina make 4 weeks, utapata zimesonga na ziko almost kufika the end. That is what is happening now. Leo ni day 16, kesho ni day 17 and the next time tuko hapa tutakuwa tunamaliza the exercise. Tutakuwa tushamaliza the exercise. The next time tunakuwa na a session kwa sababu itakuwa the second. Interesting. So we had a session on the second when MWE ilikuwa imeanza, and we'll have our next Sunday session on the 2nd of March when tutakuwa tumemaliza MWE. So we'll have 2 weeks left to finish the exercise. So major and like the video isaidie the algorithm, lie to the algorithm that there is some value here, so that the algorithm understands, oh, there is someone here doing something important or attempting to, so we might as well boost this someone and this thing to other people. So let's lie to the algorithm by you liking the video. Major thanks to Mufti, Hazel, Bagbo, Mboga ya Africa, African Spinach, and to Rosakin. Rosakin Bingu for participating in this year's MWE. Someone else ni Snow. John Snow mwenye alipost siku moja, alipost day 10 out of nowhere, alipost to day 10 and kasema ni sawa, it's fine. Nilikuwa najiuliza where the other days, but it's fine by any means necessary, as El Shabazz alisema, any means necessary. But to Babu, Hazel, Mufti, African Spinach, hiyo consistency ya kuifanya kila ku up until now, makofi, heko, kongole sana. Najua the consistency inaweza kuwa changamoto, but tunaifanya polepole na tumefika midway, so tuko almost kutamatisha, na niko grateful sana that mmechoose kuparticipate na tuna share a moment, and Babo has been sharing in this MWE moment tangu 2022, so alijua about it na akaamua ku participate na amekuwa consistent in participating kwa the music writer exercise since then. So 2022, 3, 4, 5, so this is the 4th time they're doing it, na niko grateful sana, and of course to Mufti, to Hazel, Asana kwa Sana Pila, just being part of this moment. Mboga ya Africa, also another Asana kwa Sana Pila, kwanga part of the community mtandaoni, kama ni kuwatch video ama tuki have conversations kuhusu mziki, na kwanga amazing sana. Na I believe mwaka uliopita nikishare the MWE listens za watu on IG, we usually do ali comment on something, and so we had a brief conversation on hiyo kusikiza music hivyo daily. Hata mtuka Babu hasikizangi music regularly, so kumwonanga akifanya MWE na kwanga interesting na kusikia reflections zake and experience yake, so we'll see kama tutakuwa able kupata reflections za the participants and how this was for them via whichever format, kama ni kuandika, kama ni mi kuwauliza what were their reflections, what were their experiences, then on second nije nizisome nizishare via whichever way. We tried getting Edna here for the 2023 one. That didn't happen, but also alimaliza the exercise in March because alihave kutake a break kwa sababu alikuwa na msiba katika familia, so alihave kuchukua break for MWE. But we've had Bagbo here before, tumeongelea MWE naye comprehensively mara kadhaa, and we had Abe ule mwaka aliparticipate 2022, same year Roger aliparticipate, same year Robi aliparticipate, same year Mbunge aliparticipate. Furaha alijaribu hiyo mwaka. Furaha ameifanya twice, not last year, the year before, 23 and 22, so that time. And inakuanga beautiful sana, as I stated 2 weeks back, kuexperience vile watu wana experience music na kuona watu wakiongelea music na wakishare their remarks and their sentiments and opinions zao kuhusu music, something that I absolutely love. So talking about music, discourse ya mziki ni something that I tell a number of people we are yet to fully cultivate hiyo discourse ya mziki. Na discourse hapa si hata in an academic way, but the mere reality, the mere existence, the mere fact of kuongelea music na how we feel about the music that tunasikiza, what we think about that music, the ideas of that music, the sounds and other aspects na dynamics za mziki. So I love time na napendanga experience ya MWE, and not only for the people wenye wana choose graciously kuparticipate in this exercise during this time of the year, but kuona huku as the Sanaa kwa Sanaa community or via channel ya Sanaa kwa Sanaa, but kuona globally music listeners wakiongelea music. I love that a lot. Na whenever naongelea cultivating space na avenues na platforms za music conversations huku, I always tell people I am still the person who reads music reviews. Whether nimesikiza an album or not, naweza enda tu kwa site ya music reviews ama yenye inaongeleanga arts na culture na nisome a review of an album ili hata sijasikiza. So it's something that I love doing, and it's even better when I have listened to the music na naona perspective ya another listener vile ali experience. Something that also inspired my MWE approach in 2021 and 2022 was because nilikuwa nimeonanga first listen reviews zimeandikwa kwa a blog that is a site that is integral in Sanaa kwa Sanaa's existence, DJ Booth. I have mentioned DJ Booth before for context ya MWE, but also outside of MWE. I used to read DJ Booth a lot. Ilikuwa impactful sana na ni impactful sana kwangu as a writer and an arts and culture commentator na critic na also a music lover. Hiyo ndo foundation, huo ndo msingi ile all of this ina spring from. So nilikuwa nimefikiria of hiyo concept na ilikuwa intriguing kuijaribu for 2021's MWE na 2022. which ilikuwa a random thought, nikaamua kufanya hivyo as an experiment because MWE the concept niuandikia tweet, nikamwacha nifanye first listen reviews where I listen to an album and after my first listen I do a first listen review, an audiovisual first listen review. Then during the day nitasikiza the album of that day tena before my final tweet that encapsulates my thoughts, feelings, sentiments kuhusu the album. So that experiment was successful for 2 years back to back, 2021, 2022. Only Kenyan projects and the review ziko available na ni part of the library that is Sanaa and the expansive catalog. A reminder, like the video so that tudanganye the algorithm. There's only one like kwa video, yet naona umejibu ukisema that you have liked the video. 2 people have said they've liked the video, but there's one. Why are we behaving like the Kenyan government? We don't need to ape the Kenyan government. But as I stated for a previous live session, if this is art imitating life, nisemeje, nifenyeje, to quote Savara. Nimefikiria of a satirical joke and remark to make about a song in that album that could be the government's soundtrack. I shall let you figure. And that album is almost turning 3. Savage Level in a turn 3. In a week's time, in 6 days. 7. Sorry, no, more than. The 25th. 9 days. So kusoma a first listen review, which is I haven't tried that where nasikiza kitu and then kile nimeandika nimeipublish, but I have used approach ya first listen reviews before kwa my listening experience. At that time I do not know I don't think nilikuwa nime encounter written first listen reviews then, kwa sababu it's a concept that nilikuwa natumia for reviews that I was supposed to do that I never did. So I have a notebook ile niko na first listen reviews, so ni thoughts on tracks. There is Ochuka's project, Mwangi Ochuka's project. Kuna Scalvilla's project, maybe sai nikaa naongea tu gibberish na naongea lugha ingine. And Rift as well. And Flo Flani's project. Yes, all hip hop. So for those 4 projects, Scalvilla, Mwangi Ochuka ni album, Scalvilla ni EP, Rift album, Flo EP, Flo Flani. So the concept was I listened to a project, a body of work. The intention was I will use kile nimeandika as part of my review, which I have also done for other projects as well. I don't have those were documents here, but I've also done that with other projects where nasikiza something or even a song and then I will write my thoughts during my first listen, and then after subsequent listens, when now I am organizing my final thoughts for the review that nitapublish, na incorporate my initial reaction to the work. So that is a technique, an approach that natumianga nikiandika. I think I even did so for for Antidote, sijui kama nilifanya the same for Lucky You, Mambo Kavu ya Kafu na Mambo Mix Music. So this is 2020 when tulikuwa tuna anza Sanaa kwa Sana. I did that for all of those, if not Antidote na Mambo Kavu. And at the time nilikuwa na share written reviews on the blog of the music that tume review as well as the videos, which was hectic to do. Nipenda kujitesa, I don't recommend that. do not recommend. I, however, I'm saying this for the umpteenth time kwa Sunday session. I wish I could write more reviews. But here we are. Zile zimeandikwa na zina exist, whether ni song reviews or album reviews, EP reviews, they exist somewhere. I tried when that was happening. So hiyo approach ya first listen reviews, nasikiza the work and then in the moment I am just typing later on. But for hizo projects nimetaja previously, Ochukas, Skull Villas, 1183s and Floflanis, I was writing them down. So before nisikize the project, nimeka na kitabu, nimeandika title, artist, and then when the song starts, or title ya the first song, and then whatever thought ita pop, feeling, reaction, na note. Then the idea was afterwards nizitumie ku formulate ama as part of, incorporate kwa my review na ku capture some bits of my initial reactions zile na feel zita add to the review na that na feel nafaa ku capture kwa the final review, because sometimes hiyo initial reaction pia inakuanga muhimu. So as far as doing that and then publishing, that I have not done. So that is what the articles that I read kwa DJ booth wa na zilikuwa zilikuwa zinafanywa na an important figure in music criticism, in music journalism, naitwa Yo Phillips, YOH. Alikuwa anaandika kwa DJ booth and was on DJ booth for a long time. I used to read a lot of his articles. Ni someone pia mwenye ni integral a piece kwa my music criticism, my music journalism, my music writing, my conceptualizing of music ideas, how to communicate feelings na sentiments kuhusu music, right? And ku approach various facets of music, of art, of culture. So mtu important sana. Pia amekuwa kwa some videos na Dead End Hip Hop. Dead End Hip Hop, if you do not know Dead End Hip Hop, tafadhali check out Dead End Hip Hop on YouTube. The catalog is so vast that hutamaliza, but au ni watu wengine pia wenye ni important kwa existence ya Sanaa kwa Sana. Sanaa kwa Sana is an attempt at being Dead End Hip Hop. Sanaa kwa Sana ni kutoka kwa Dead End Hip Hop. So na kuhave conversations na Trouble kuhusu Dead End Hip Hop back in 2015-16. A lot of conversations on cultural conversations, music conversations, and documenting that and historicizing and archiving it. Ndo kukuwe na a catalog. So a lot of conversations na Dofan, a lot of conversations na Romy, a lot of conversations na Mosoti mwenye aliabandon Sanaa kwa Sanaa because of course greener pastures in the government that we despise, but greener pastures, the bag is what matters. Now, of course, always get the bag. A lot of conversations na Bagbo. So whatever you are witnessing as Sanaa kwa Sanaa has been years in the making and has been a result of prior conversations with people wenye are significant kwa what Sanaa kwa Sanaa has been and what it has become. And also outside of the people that I've mentioned, kuna a lot of conversations na comments on Facebook that were happening in 2015 when I was reviewing Poetry Slam Africa events and other poetry and spoken word events that were also part of formulation ya what Sanaa kwa Sanaa became. So na hizo conversations at the time, because zilikuwa written reviews, zilikuwa focused on a blog, an arts blog. So hizo pia zilikuwa part of it all. So from writing on Facebook hizo notes to having Sanaa kwa Sanaa as a blog to Sanaa kwa Sanaa the YouTube channel 2 years after the blog started, it's all part of it. So Dead and Hip Hop, check out Dead. Yo, tafadhali, if there is a thing to take out of this, check out Dead and Hip Hop. Later I'll add something else that you should take out of this pia, tukiongelea Kilele Summit inaanza hii wiki inakuja, ama wiki imeanza depending on when the week starts for you. Ni Dead and Hip Hop, check out. Apart from how ku inspire Sanaa kwa Sanaa na kukuwa msingi wa Sanaa kwa Sanaa, ni wamenisaidia pia sana ku understand hip hop na kunipatia a world view kuhusu hip hop through their experiences za hip hop na through their conversations, through their reviews. It's a lot that they do and that they have done that has shaped my hip hop worldview, my experience of hip hop, my experience with hip hop, and I always credit them. Always Dead and Hip Hop. Na ningetaka sana uwa check out na uwa experience na go down the rabbit hole kuona what they have done. And even in the American hip hop space, as far as hip hop commentary, music reviewing, au ni part of the founding figures, because walianza kufanya Dead and Hip Hop in 2011. So kukana kureview music ilikuwa a novel and a new thing, so au pia ni pioneers kwa hiyo lane. So please check out Dead and Hip Hop. I cannot emphasize this enough, cannot emphasize that enough. So I am back. Yes, nimerudi. Disruption kidogo, but I am here. Nilikuwa nasema yo amekuwa kwa videos kadhaa za Dead and Hip Hop. The last one ilikuwa a part of, ilikuwa towards the end of last year, review ya GNX ya Kendrick. Kuna a conversation, someone else that is another pillar, another part of Sanaa kwa Sanaa na my journey as a music writer, music critic, and also as a music and arts thinker, kufikiria kuhusu conversations na angles flani za culture na music ni Justin Hunt aka The Company Man. That's the channel's name on YouTube, The Company Man. Someone else muhimu sana alikuwa kwa also another conversation with Dead and Hip Hop ya 2017, an interesting conversation kuhusu whether artists should burn out or fade away. Burn out and fade away. So the idea ni confirm before niseme what the idea is. Yes, 7 years ago, should rappers burn out or fade away? Yes, featuring the company man. Whether msanii anafaa kutoka akiwa kwa height yake ama aendelee tu kufanya craft yake na artistry yake, haiwezi ifanya anymore. That was the conversation. So ni parts important sana for Sanaa kwa Sanaa and what this has become and what this is and where it is, how ina exist and also where itaenda if anywhere. It's always conditional. So I am yet kujaribu hiyo approach ya kusikiza something mara moja, nikiandika, nikisikiza, nikiandika and then niseme I am done na naipublish. So that's one thing that I am here to try. Sit, listen to an album and then, because it's conclusive when you've written it, unaandika ukienda and kuna minimal editing because inafaa ku capture your initial response to the work, so the editing ni minimal. So hiyo niko yet maybe I should with which project I do not know, but maybe I should do that ndio niandike more reviews because writing reviews needs time ya kusikiza a body of work over and over, formulate thoughts vizuri, we build iwe cohesive. Writing a review is a lot. Also the reviews that we have done on this channel, doing them is also a lot. Hazel says wanafaa therapy. Hazel, unaongelea wasanii ama? Should they burn out or fade away? Is that what you're referring to? They need therapy. Not either of the above. Na Hazel nimemtaja nikianza hii session nikisema another Hazel a pillar of Sanaa kwa Sanaa, but nikimention participation yake kwa MWE na nikimcommend na nikimlaud for the consistency. Anasema yes, that's what I am referring to. Wasanii Hazel, si usanii ni therapy? Ama unataka usanii si ndio therapy? Hamsupport wasanii. Sasa watu wapi pesa ya kwenda therapy when wanaweza ingia tu studio na wapatie why do artists need therapy, Hazel? Tell the audience, tupate context. Tell the audience please, what do you mean? Speaking of music, Hazel and the other person who is here as Hazel tells us why artists need therapy. Niko curious kuhusu the Kenyan music that umeskiza this month. So if you're also watching this back, let me know in the comment section. So for Hazel, nimeona your listen ni umesikiza ni jana ama ni leo? Your listen ya Koseso. Jana, day 15. Yes, jana. Leo umesikiza Esperanza Spalding. Kwanza Hazel, I was to ask you, what Then Liana, your comment here, aside from the beautiful bass of the cello, and I was to ask you, Hazel, which cello are you referring to? I was like, so Hazel alisikiza Kokoseso for day 15, and coincidentally hii wiki imepita nilikuwa nasoma newsletter ya Furaha. Sijui kama ilikuwa hiyo wiki ama the previous week, but one of her recent newsletters alikuwa na mention kulikuwa na performance ya kucelebrate Matthew wa Gravity at Gecko a few weeks back, and Coco alikuwa one of the performers, and so Furaha alikuwa anaongelea how amazing that performance was, and I think pia alimention Benga, but aliongelea the performance and the artistry and how thrilling it was. And then Hazel, I saw this and niko na your expression and then your sentiment ya unakonka kusema Benga don't die, how can it when we have Coco Seso, you know, being alive. So I saw that sentiment iloliandika, nikakumbuka hiyo newsletter ya Furaha ni la music junkie. So but I am curious kuhusu what Kenyan music unasikiza ama umesikiza for this month of February thus far, na sana new Kenyan music. Na the reason nimeuliza ni nilikuwa nafikiria of Njera's new project, nilikuwa nafikiria EP yake mpya, that is ile Rosakina alisikiza jana day 15. Yes, 4-letter word alisikiza day 15. So nilikuwa nafikiria kuhusu that EP. Kuna Amor ya Ras Amor, kuna yes, 4-letter word Bagbo, is that what you are listening? I doubt though. Bagbo ni specific Bagbo also ni someone else that I have just mentioned nikianza hii session, nikisema how yeye ni one of the persons wenye nilikuwa na have conversations about e-documentation na Sanaa kwa Sana and what it has become, but way back. So ni amazing kumwona hapa na kuna hizo hapa people wenye nimemention nikianza na appreciate for their participation in MWE na their consistency nasema I'm trying Kenyan musician tunafanya live, tukuja hapa after 2 weeks fanya live babu. We could do a live on the 2nd of March. That is our next session because it happen every fortnight. You could come and review MWE. Nimejaribu ku get Hazel for a live since forever, and Hazel ataki story yangu. So Hazel doesn't want any of this. Hazel rejected me. So as much as it's agonizing and distressing, you just have to learn to take rejection, right? Hizi ni zile kazi zile una apply, scholarships, opportunities, grants, alafu unapata tu rejection or no response. So you just learn to live with rejection. So am I lying? Am I lying? So speaking of hii comment ya Bagbo ya Kenyan musicians, I am so curious kujua what Bagbo thinks and their full sentiments kuhusu Kodong Clan disco. I am so curious. I am so curious. Nikionanga tu kuna words imewekwa in parenthesis. Unajua hapa kuna things that someone went through. I am very curious. I'm very curious. But that's a whole another conversation. But also I'm curious kuhusu any other Kenyan music, Kenyan songs that you have been listening to during this month of February. So nilikuwa nafikiria Njerai, Rasamore, kuna a project as well. So because for the past 2 years sijakuwa nikisikiza a lot of Kenyan projects, as Bagbo has said, for the sake of your mental health, you unajieka vyema, unatunza chunga afya yako. So only specific projects, but very few Kenyan projects. So for this year nataka nisikize as many as I can ama as I will, whichever, na nizisikize pia in the moment of their release and not later. So nataka nione projects zile zimetoka thus far this year. Ochiko also released a project. I think Shad's project was last year, I'm not sure. But nataka nisikize the projects. I do not know if I am willing to do fast listen reviews for those projects like that. I don't know. So hizo amesema nitatuma voice note, na nilikuwa nimesema earlier kuhusu mi kupata sentiments za watu and then figuring out how we will state them here and share them here, whether ni writing, voice note, whichever way. So that's something I had mentioned earlier as far as listening, as far as getting sentiments za watu on the experiences za MWE, because mupenda kusikia how people have experienced MWE and what that has been for them, kusikiza a new album kila siku na find words for your experience. And I says I don't want to be cancelled. I am sick and tired. And I've used all my fights. I can only but imagine. As tunasemanga kwa haya maisha na kwa hii country na kwa hii dunia kuna already too much compounding. So unachagua tu zile vita zile unaweza chagua na una fight hivyo vita, because you are the reason I started listening to Ken. Hii ni comment ya Roger akisema vile nilianza kumpatia stress time nilianza kumfanya asikize wasanii wa Kenya for reviews. So mna share sentiment. I really try to stick it through because you have to grow the industry. Yes. We talk and hope it shapes it. I'm doing this with books too. Yes, I started watching your video ya your reads za last year. So watu wanasoma huku nje. Watu wanasoma huku nje. Alafu kuna msanii fulani ata diss a great an inimitable act akisema you are sijui twerking with a dictionary, you know. That's where wasanii wanaamua artistry ende. Mediocrity, passive music. I have wanted to get more to back to reading into reading Kenyan authors more, because sijakuwa nikisoma Kenyan authors hivyo sana for a while, so nione what is happening in Kenyan literature, which sijakuwa tuned into as much, but niko curious kujua what are people writing about. Actually, now that Bagbo, you are reading Kenyans more than I am, watu wanaandika kuhusu nini? What are the stories? Najua nimeona some authors wakishare their books, some wakiziongelea, ama some people wakiongelea some Kenyan authors, na naona nimeona crime stories of nika Kenyan film na crime stories. Hazel, I was to ask you whether, maybe even do it here, whether More Fire is the series, film, movie that you had talked about sometime last month kwa stories zako, because niliona trailer yake several weeks back and I wanted to ask you nikasahau, but so nimeona Kenyan crime stories, and then nimeona maswala ya mapenzi na infidelity. So nimeona hizo kwa the titles of the Kenyan books that I've been seeing in the past maybe 2 or so years, even 2 or so years, or even when people talk about what the books are about, some reviews here hapa pale mtandaoni. So najua hizo ni mada mbili zile nimeona sana, crime alafu mapenzi na maswala ya infidelity. So Kenyan film na crime, Kenyan music na mapenzi. Do you see what we are do you see what we are this is our this is our consciousness. This is how we are encapsulating the zeitgeist. This is the zeitgeist. This is our art. Hizi ndizo topics, hizi ndizo mada over and over. And I was thinking about that as well earlier. Tukitoka show ya McKinley, niko na Roger DC, Royalty by Black. Tulikuwa tuna rant kuhusu Kenyan rappers who are almost in their 40s, yet they have nothing to rap about. You have nothing to rap about. Nothing on the micro, nothing on the macro. Whether it is micro personal or micro local, meaning country, or whether it is macro country or macro global. Zero. Bado unarap kuhusu vitu ulikuwa unatuambia ukianza career yako, and in the same way the themes could be the same. As a matter of fact, artists who revolve around the same themes, if you see movie directors and what they cover, if you see writers, authors and what they write about, utaona kuna certain themes that will recur. Not a problem, but in the same way, Yeah, so Hazel amesema ni more fire. So my memory inajaribu. Sometimes it works, it serves. So because niliona comment yako and then I saw the trailer nikajambia okay, maybe I'll see if I'll watch it. And Hazel says we are the essence of telenovela. And it's now that we are here. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see kama Bagbo's nini will change while we are here live. Bagbo, hebu na make another comment tuone. But anyway. So mostly Nairobi-based things. Like no one is moving out of this muddied place. I'm trying to read out of the obvious, but it's potholes everywhere. Sakaja understands that perfectly. And we are the essence of telenovela in our films, in our music, in radio, media, any just go to across the board. Hey, public consciousness, what? Let's not even get into the mediocrity of politics. Hiyo ni story ingine. Then by the way, what is this obsession with love and crime? No growth. And Kenyans make for poor storytellers because they don't read at all. They don't research or listen. They are not observers. Oof. I am reading that, and the song that imekam kwa mind yangu ni Amen ya Romi Swahili from Romi Knowledge na Mashairi. If you have not listened to that song, Amen Romi Swahili, and listen to that entire album, a masterclass in storytelling. But Amen, nimefikiria tu Amen specifically, but also it's because tulikuwa tuna have a conversation na Romi kuhusu that song a few days ago. And also storytelling ability and how he uses place, setting, geography kwa writing yake. Something maybe I should do a piece about, but I am lazy, but nimeisema, so done. Story done. Simple. The things that I don't get to do, I just say them, and then nika hiyo convo tuli have when I was doing a live on hip hop history, which we also talked about na Romi, and it was beautiful kusikia sentiments zake, and that touched me. It was easy vitu mujua kuna msana watch, but hiyo conversation ya hip hop history and the erasure of era ya wapi MCs, aliniambia alikuwa na watch and alikuwa nasema sijui if anyone is feeling and seeing what I am seeing and experiencing, and that was heartwarming. So yes. So with that conversation, something nilikuwa na contemplate and I've been ruminating on for some time, and nikaishare, so it's done, imetoka, ina exist. So a reminder, like the video to danganya the algorithm that there's something significant happening here. Please, these people who are saying they've liked the video, is YouTube lying to me? Because there are no likes on this video. There are only 2 likes. The 3 buttons on your right, finya hiyo, like the video. Then let's continue. So how Romi utilizes place, setting, geography to writing yake, there is no one who does it better. Let me see. As a matter of fact, hii ni kama a class where tunapeana illustrations. Let me see. Mungu Baba, just the opening at the crack of dawn. The crack of dawn when the city talks. Kuiona crack knuckles. And setting, how setting, storytelling. Let's see. Just the intro peke yake.
The Lord is my shepherd, therefore can I lack nothing. He shall feed me in a green pasture and lead me forth beside the waters of comfort. He shall convert my soul and bring me forth in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Amen.
At the crack of dawn na glance kwa city block kuiona kucrack knuckles routine kwa city blocks kupesa
at the crack of dawn. Kuiona kuglance city clocks. At the crack of dawn as the city clocks.
He shall feed me in a green pasture and lead me forth beside the waters of comfort.
Routine.
He shall convert my soul and bring me forth in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Amen.
At the crack of dawn na glance kwa city clock kuiona
At the crack of dawn na glance kwa city clocks. City clock. Kuiona
crack knuckles routine kwa city blocks.
Routine kwa city blocks.
Upes kichwa for classes kuzuia snitches na city cops. Mseto wa honi kipaza tabloid as a city dogs. Early morning creep kamenda toka kwa dark places. Hapa nioni kila mtu ana move to duty to their workplaces. Schools.
Nioni kila mtu ana move to duty to their workplaces. With those few sentences, amepeana setting of what this is about na anatupatia a prelude ya what is to come, but pia ametuweka kwa mahali specific na ametuweka kwa mood specific. Na hiyo kuglance kwa city clock, kuiona, kucrack knuckles, right? And kila mtu kumove to duty. The way encapsulate hiyo experience na the hustle and the bustle, and that's just the start, and we see that developing later kwa the song and how anaitie to the concept of the entire song. So you can think of this song kwa the same album Knowledge na Mashairi, which is kama Old Roads Lead Home turning 10 this year. Oh, you're unbelievable. Kuna Right Here kwa hiyo album, kuna Luna kwa hiyo album, kuna Alfajiri or Street Justice kwa hiyo album, kuna The Intro which Knowledge Mashairi kwa hiyo album, kuna Once Upon a Time kwa hiyo yani the storytelling. So, and this is from what Bagbo amesema with Kenyans make for poor storytellers because they don't read at all, they don't research or listen, they are not observers. And ukiangalia that album Romi Knowledge na Mashairi, ukiangalia Writing ya Romi, the convo that we had and sentiments nimeshare kuhusu Romi, musema akona hiyo strength ya kukuwa an observer, akona hiyo strength ya kukuwa an observer, na you can see it kwa poetry yake, you can see it kwa rap, kwa stories zake, na hiyo pia ina tie to literary background yake. Someone else who is a powerful observer and a witty observer as well, inakuanga kitu sua. As far as observing and philosophizing, kitu sua. And we talked about this kwa review ya Makaliman ya mwaka uliopita. So that album is almost turning 1 because ilitoka wiki ya mwisho ya May. So ni writers and thinkers wenye wanajua kuangalia kitu moja na kuextrapolate an entire concept out of it, na kuangalia concept na kubuild an entire song out of it. And they are poets, right? They are readers, na ukisikia hata their references that will tell you that something. Ni mention favor Jack, favor wako ni ile reaction video kwa convo nilikuwa na joke nikisema vile Romy in 20 Romy wa 2010 huko alikuwa anataja Abidemi Sanusi on a record. Hizo ni almost 15 years ago, and ilikuwa Romy mwenye anaanza. Alafu tuko na some faves with references and bars that we've had since the beginning of rap. Alafu tunaulizwa sisi kama audience, because we are not intellectual, because we are not at that mental level, because we do not listen to rap, because we are not smart enough, and certain wordplay lines inaweza tupita. Tunaulizwa whether we get it. Tunaulizwa, do you get it? Were you smart enough to get that line before I asked you if you got it? That line, that rap motif, that common rap bar that has been done a million times, right? Again, rappers wenye almost 40 na kuna kitu hawana kitu ya kusema. Nakwambia. Tutaona mambo. Kwa mara ingine. Shukrani to Bagbo. Yes, Bagbo imeapia. Are you able to see the difference between your previous comment and now? Can you see that? Can you see that kwa your name? Yes. Interesting. Even ni hapa. Let me see. Sasa tupatie, tunaifanyia tu papa hapa. Tupatie Jack pia. Jack hupenda hii privilege ya color blue sana. Alitumia kudis mtu. Jack loves this privilege. The blue privilege. Naipenda. Now Jack unaweza comment sasa. Add another comment. So Babu says I've got so much to say. Came here to chill, not fight. Nakuelewa. Mi pia, this was unintentional. The reason I pause when stating unintentional is because 2 hours ago I was ranting. I don't know if the year is 2025, and I knew we'd rant kwa hii session. Kwa makini tulirant kuhusu mediocrity in media and how media platforms mishandled your story ya McKinley in their asking of the questions for the interviews. Atrocious, terrible. Here we are again, ranting again. The hating, the hateration energy very much on. The year is 2025, and we are still doing interviews where we are asking artists whether they are dating. Now, I'll go back to what I just said about mimi kupause twice nikisema unintentional. And that is the title of a project. Ya msanii mwenye anapaa katika usanii wake. Sasa pia any further context on where this happened, it is easy. But in the year of 2025, watu wenye wako on payrolls as being journalists and are getting paid to do their job, msee amekaa na akaamua tu atauliza msanii whether ana date. This is similar to Seise as a country na politics and our understanding, lack thereof of intersectionality and how tuna segregate, hiyo ni issue ya watu fulani, hiyo ni issue ya watu, hiyo ni non issue, hiyo haituhusu, hiyo hatuta legislate about, hiyo tutaweka policy about. Hizi vitu zote, that same mediocrity mutaka iendelee tuzamishe tu, let it proceed to the death, because it seems we do not want to move, we do not want to grow, we do not want to think. It seems this is what we have decided as a people. So if it will take us to the ground and raise us down, ndio tufikirie, ndio tukuwe willing to understand more about humanity and the human experience and dignifying humanity. See, this is what tumechagua. Sikaende basi ama, because what are we doing? Let me read first comment here about the niongeze what I'm about to say. And I just wanted to come and talk about MWE na Kilele Summit, which inaanza hii wiki, and here we are. Jack anasema you are now a standard moderator. Majukumu nazo. Kama utaki majukumu sema. Kama utaki majukumu. The media is used to covering politicians who do nothing but performance and theatrics. They can't have a conversation with artists because they want entertainment and nothing more. Then amesema, ain't this how they discuss everything? Mara, we don't want kizungu mingi, too much theory. Yeah, for sure. Hizi ni kama convo za watu kuhusu performance ya Kendrick kwa Super Bowl, kuhusu hiyo beef kati, hizo diss tracks na hiyo beef and hiyo moment kati yake na Drake. Is he too intellectual or too smart, or the music is not for the club, or where are the hits, or easy conversations? It is giving America with a triple K. White sheeted people. White shitty people. Yes, both. So on entertainment, kwa my rant ya 2 hours ago kwa phone call, nilikuwa nasema artists just jali kidogo tu kuhusu your artistry holistically, as far as the people whom you have or want to use kwa hosting your events, your listening sessions, your whatever. Because now could bring watu wenye tu wako there for the entertainment, for the spectacle. They do not know nothing about your artistry. Nothing. Neither do they care. So the least you can do for yourself is care. Care in writing e-story and e-narrative properly by incorporating watu wenye wanajali kuhusu artistry yako and who will give you as the artist a holistic experience if they are hosting your event or interviewing you, and also for the audience ile iko pale. Ndaiachia hapo, but pia what do I know? So it cover for the entertainment and for the spectacle and for the numbers, and that's it. The quality of the work, the quality of everything else doesn't really matter, does it? And I was just, nilikuwa napeana peko to Bagbo, to Hazel, to Rosakin, to Mufti, to African Spinach for their participation in MWE. Just know taka ilikuwa siku moja, na pia wenye waliintend kuparticipate wote wapea kongole for their participation and for their interest in MWE. But my great contributors, as I said on IG, asanteni sana for making this successful for 2025. Tuko halfway, tuko na 2 more weeks tumalize and itakuwa done. So the next session on the 2nd of March tutakuwa tushamaliza MWE. So nendeni kusikiza mziki, endelea kuandika kuhusu the music. I love reading and seeing how we are experiencing music, and this is part of, as Bagbo said earlier, this is part of creating environment na avenues na platforms na spaces za music conversations, which is something that we are yet to fully cultivate na to build as a part of music consumption and the music experience. Do we always have this belief and this fallacy and an awareness that the conversations about music and the music criticism is not part of the music consumption circuit. It's all part of it. Na whether someone doesn't like the music or likes it, all of that is part of criticism. That is also another misconception about what criticism is, that huni bother sana, which is part of sisi kuto cultivate hii environment ya watu kuongelea music, kwa sababu people think not liking the music is what criticism is. But if someone also likes the music, wakwambia why they like the music and why it worked, hiyo pia ni criticism of the music. So jako ni dimba speaking of, because ilikuwa ni mention earlier nikianza, wale wenye hawana form ya dimba kama mimi, wenye wako hapa na trigger tu Bagbo, pole my human, na trigger tu Bagbo. Asema this has reminded me of Black Boy Joy. Tuli rant kuihusu as well. We did. Yeah, go watch that review. Iko available. It's available here. The moderator. What's funny is how this is comment is coming from a moderator. Well, the moderator was shit. In parentheses, I got beef. He thought his job was to make a punchline out of everything. He made a punchline of war and femicide. NKT. Yes, tuliangalia hiyo moment kwa hiyo review ya Black Boy Joy, which is a review. Hiyo ilikuwa show ya Goofy, and hiyo review Goofy pia ali watch. Yeah, he watch. And mimi, I always say I am no one. We know this. I don't have to regurgitate the obvious. No one, absolutely. So wasanii wakionanga vitu tunafanya, wakitake heed, as a matter of fact, take heed, sema huyu hater alikuwa na point hapa. So kwa the next shows that amefanya, umeona hiyo change, and take a note of that na incorporate kwa shows zake zilizofuata, as far as how kutumia an MC. And kwa hiyo review ya Black Boy Joy tulikuwa hapa na Bagbo, tulikuwa hapa na Viva, tulikuwa na K9. Kwa hiyo time ilikuwa IG, and tulikuwa tunaongelea the role of an MC kwa shows. And again, back to entertainment, MCs regardless of the show imechukuliwa kuwa role yao ni entertainment, and entertainment to mean ku make jokes na kukuwa comical. So that is something else that the MC amekuwa synonymous with. So regardless of context, regardless of what show it is, regardless of what has just happened before the MC azungumze or what will come after, imekuwa tu, or the MC equals to entertainment, equals to comedy, equals to being comical, equals to being funny. That is something that really expound on kwa our review, tukishare our sentiments on Black Boy Joy. Jack amesema katimu kanamalizwa sana na wacha nafanya ile kitu ya kutazama akisikiza. Shukran sana Jack, shukran sana Jack. So that was MWE etc. Clearly living up to this live sessions title, 2 weeks of MWE and more. Siku najua kutakuwa na more, and pia nilifikiria Kilele once nilianza the live, but here we are. Here we are, unexpectedly, unintentionally, just so happens. Yeah, this is quintessential Sanaa kwa Sana Sunday session, and it happens when I have fellow haters in the chat. This is what happens. Si mimi nakwanga makosa ya hadhira iliyo hapa. So Kilele inafanyika hii wiki, na Kilele ni the Kilele Summit, inafanywa na Santuri East Africa. Santuri Electronic Music Academy is part of Santuri EA, Santuri organization. Ilianza last year 2024, ilikuwa their first edition, na ilikuwa a commemoration, a celebration of 10 years of Santuri. So wali choose to celebrate na a summit that was a weekly summit, a weekly symposium ya kubring pamoja music practitioners, music educators, etc from East Africa, foreground electronic music, but specifically about electronic music. Kulikuwa na various activities zilikuwa zina happen, workshops, performances, talks, panel discussions, which pia ni the same na huu mwaka, na kulikuwa na mada tofauti for hizi different activities, and that is also the case this year. And specifically kuna pillars zile wako nazo for this year's session. So tupitie hayo as we conclude this. Na speaking of Hazel, are you still here? Ama umeenda? But Hazel amesema atatuma voice note, but hii itakuwa for the entire experience. So Bagbo, Hazel, cause nyinyi ndio participants wa this year's session walio hapa, if you can summarize your experience MWE thus far, kindly. Yes, so summarize your experience MWE thus far kwa comment section. Bagbo amesema I saw the link on X and I was like, I keep missing the lives. Also just wanted to know how everyone's experience is going. So to share that. And then we will, after 2 weeks, we'll recap. Nilikuwa nasema niliandika kuhusu the symposium ya last year, and it is a proper documentation of that summit. Music junkie Furaha mentioned her earlier. Yeye pia alikuwa na a brilliant write-up on Kilele. So your source of how Kilele went, this is the beauty of archiving that I always talk about. Ni that moment exists and ilikuwa captured na watu wenye wali experience, and kuna a uniqueness in how niliandika and how Furaha aliandika and experience yake, zile activities alikuwa part of na zile aliattend, and pia zile mi nilikuwa part of na zile niliattend. So that's the beauty of archiving, and that history is there, na hiyo moment imekuwa captured, iko mahali, ina exist, haikuenda tu hivyo. Na Santuri pia wako na video ya kusummarize hiyo shughuli. So for this year's symposium, so it's a symposium on music technology and innovation in East Africa. So ina run from 18th, which is Tuesday, to 22nd, which is a Saturday. Monday kuna kwanga na some performances, or just a chill opening day. Then from Tuesday, now the official opening speech, which itapeanwa na Nyokabi Kariuki. I saw her say that kwa post yake, ama ilikuwa kwa stories. And then kuna events zile zitakuwa zina run, zile nimemention, workshops, performances and such, installations as well, panel discussions through the entire week. Then the last day, Saturday, ni a performance jioni from 5 hapo mpaka 1 a.m. So ina happen at the mall. So Kilele is a space for adventurous music and culture, with a rich mix of showcases, panels, workshops, and installations. Kilele's purpose is to spark conversations, collaborations, and innovations. It's for musicians, producers, DJs, technologists, activists, academics, and anyone interested in the future of East African and global music. We bring everyone from international music brands to underground collectives together and celebrate music and culture in an open and inclusive space. So hiyo ndio Kilele, na inaanza wiki ijayo. Tikiti ziko currently on sale. Na yes, the distinct thematic areas that they have, one ni ecological creativity, then kuna decolonizing instrument design, na kuna sound communities. So tuzipitie teke. So for ecological creativity, after a year marked by ever-increasing climate-related crisis in Kenya and the world at large, how are artists and the music industry responding and relating to the issues of climate justice? Our program will include a wide range of responses to this question, from community activism within affected neighborhoods, workshops on sustainability and creative recycling, as well as focused sessions connecting and listening to the natural world. Then decolonizing instrument design. Everything sounds somehow Western, very mechanical, not organic like the rough tones and road drums I heard growing up in Nairobi. Even as I try to break away from the loops and the 1, 2, 3, 4 drive of these music tools, I always end up back there somehow. That is to quote Slickback. At Kilele 2024, we had Astrid Vin's comparison of the musical interfaces, MIDI controllers, etc., with ultra-processed food, generic, functional, and predictable. Tumongelea Sanaa na this part of being generic and predictable. This year we are diving into instrument creation from another direction. What can instrument builders learn from local creators, and what forms of hybridity are possible and desirable in the instruments of the future? Sound communities theme ya mwisho, pila ya mwisho. Over the past decades, community as a concept has been drained of its meaning, co-opted by corporations, governments, state institutions. In our own context around the industry of culture, we paradoxically see the emergence of true social communities that share values, connections, and ways of living, and the unseemly competition for resources, opportunities, and recognition. At Kilele, we welcome sound communities from outside the mainstream, local, regional, and global, to participate, collaborate, and share their passions, seeking new ways to reject polarization and foster understanding. As I am reading this, imefeel ni kama nafanya a reading, those readings that mufanya somewhere, those readings imefeel ni kama a reading. Have you been watching those readings? So and since tana hiyo itakuwa or do I my brother, the one and only, the one and only Mr. Brolic will be doing a thing. So hiyo ndio Kilele, and I'm looking forward to being there for this second edition as well. So you come attend. I don't think I'll go for all the days as the previous one, but I'm looking forward to attending some sessions hapa pale. So ukienda kwa santuri.org/kilele-2025 utapata the details, the entire program, details of the curators, performers, everything utapata pale, and wako na amazing activities zile zitakuwa zinafanyika, so check that out, tell someone about it who might be interested, because yes, it is a great event that is happening this coming week in Kenyan music, now in Kenyan alternative music, in the electronic scene, so kitu muhimu sana. Haya, for MWE tukikamilisha, Bagbo anasema I've listened to 16 albums so far and I haven't met a life-changing album. Interesting. That's interesting. With it's something that I think about with music consumption nowadays, and part of it also inaweza kuwa the oversaturation na the easily available state of music that is part of it, and then pia kuna angolia how the music is being created and curated in ile space ile albums zina occupy in the current climate, but kuna number of factors that I think about as far as music na albums kukua life changing or personally impactful to someone, and what that looks like for the person. Like those that I know will stay with me forever. Wait, Melissa could really be the one, but I knew it before. Makes sense based on what ulisema kuhusu the album and also what it represents. I've been trying to listen to at least one Kenyan musician every 3 days. So far, I don't know how to feel. Someone should write how to be great. Here, you have to be as ordinary as possible. we tunaonanga quotables in rap. Jack, unaona quotables, effortless quotables. There is let me see, kuna article fulani, again nilikuwa nafaa kuandika but I'm lazy. My life is imitating Kenyan art. So kuna, let me see kama naweza ipata. Kuna kitu nilikuwa nimeanza kuandika na si ile piece ya kardinali hiyo, si hiyo. Hiyo piece ya kardinali, the last time I opened it is Jan 30th 2024. But niliandika niligather, nilikuwa zone when I was writing that piece. Nilikuwa zone. Whether it shall come out, that's a whole nother story. Where is this article? There's a piece nilikuwa na iko hapa. Art and design, Kenyan on art, thinking, criticism. No, not that one. So nitafute huu upande mwingine. Na comment ya Hazel. Feel the impact. I think apart from me kujua experiences za listeners na participants wa hii community ikija kwa MWE, nasemanga inafanyanga mheshimu kazi ya Sanaa. Inafanyanga you get to respect what we do kwa kureview mziki. Unapatanga different perspective unatanga how do you review this inakuanga hivyo inakuanga like that. In fact, you have to sit and talk about that music that you've listened to and communicate concisely and clearly. I'm looking for a specific article here. Hey, articles zile sitaimaliza kuandika. They're just staring at me kwa my Google Doc. I can't go past here. Oh, okay. Because it tries to comment ile Bagbo amesema amedrop a bar effortlessly. Akitype to a comment and then a bar. Where is this? It's been a while, I see Yoni. Best of 20 ideas. Title word. Okay, see party. It has to do with a majority of Kenyan artists not having anything to say. So that ties to comment ya Bagbo ya being as ordinary as possible. You know, the art na imitate life, na imitate society. Same way our politics that reflect. But the bar was, someone should write how to be great here, you have to be as ordinary as possible. And then end up stuck to my plan as much as possible. Hongera sana, hujadanganya. I haven't cheated as much unless I'm struggling to understand or find an artist's body of work. Then Hazel amesema, I'm tired of this, grandpa alikuwa amequote Iyo nini on X. So, well, so far it's all bittersweet. My issue is listening to actually give a review while fighting passive listening because I'm tired but can't complain. Nakuelewa. Then, though I'm actually journaling down my thoughts and feelings as I'm experiencing MWE, so I do have a whole review of my experience. I'll share them with you at the end of it all. Asante sana for that. Keep capturing the experience. Yangu ta get into it when we review it on 2nd March. But I have been enjoying, and that has been my experience for the past 2 MWEs, and now this one being third, where nimesikiza music that nimeseek out for, and nimekuwa very specific in seeking for it. For instance, my listen for today ni an electronic band from Morocco, so hiyo ni very specific, right? So kutafuta music hivyo, electronic music from Morocco or traditional folk music from Turkey, that napatanga kujua of important figures in different parts of the world and then listening to their music, and 9 times out of 10 inakwanga it's an amazing experience. So for the past MWEs nimekuwa nikienjoy my experience sana in this past 2 years because nilikuwa nikisikia as much Kenyan music, nimekuwa nikisikia what I want to listen to, so volition na nimekuwa niki enjoy experience ya kusikia music, so hii imekuwa just an extension of what I have been experiencing musically as a listener for the past 2 years. So I will delve deeper into that. Tuangalia pia process ya selection of the music kwa our recap of the entire experience in 2 weeks time. Then Bagbo says, even at your most lazy, which you ain't, you still run circles around this motherfuckers. I try my best. Thank you for being here for this session. Asante for passing by. As usual, nikiona familia hapa na furahianga sana, so shukran sana for being part of another Sanaa kwa Sana. Yes. I don't know if I should show you if you'll even see this, but it's an article. So nili open mara ya mwisho October 12th, 2023. And the title of this thing is Artists Have Nothing to Say. And E ni a culmination of just experiencing the most ordinary ideas in music and in art, where it's just the same thing over and over bila kukuwa na interesting ways of approaching those same things. So the in my experience as a listener, my experience as an experiencer, a receiver, perceiver of what wanna produce, what wanna create. So with that being said, shukran. Tumefika tamati ya our session ya today. Kwa mara ingine, looking forward to our last 2 weeks of MWE and looking forward to Kilele as well. Check out santuri.org for more details. Mukitype Kilele Summit 2025 or Kilele Summit, itakupeleka kule inafaa kukupeleka, kule unafaa kuenda, na utapata details zote kuhusu Kilele. Kuna a lot lined up, and if ni kitu uko interested in, check that out. Kama unajua someone atakuwa interested in that, send that their way as well. Tikiti for the entire event ni 1,000. So hiyo ni the summit pass. Kulipa hiyo tanga moja imeketa for each day. Shukran to Dommitila, alikuwa mtu wa kwanza hapa, kisha Hazel, kisha Bagbo, kisha Jack, my moderators. La familia. La 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 la. Haya, tuonane in 2 weeks time. Easy sessions happen every fortnight, every 2 weeks. So the next one is 2nd March 2025. Hey, mwaka inaisha. What's time anyway, right? So until then, asante sana. Mara ingine kama uko hapa baadaye, like the video, tudanganya algorithm pamoja. Nitashukuru sana.